Good morning, everybody, from Jamaica Beach, Texas. Happy Easter morning. Thought we'd take a little tour through the garden, see what's going on out there. Up front, you see we got quite a few 4-inch pots. I just loaded about 12 or 13 more trays into the car, headed up to the farmer's market with all kinds of tomatoes and flowers and peppers and vegetables. Let's take a look over here, see what's going on in the raised beds. Up front, we have quite a few quarts in various sizes. I've got some purple cone flowers, black-eyed Susans. I've got some mist flowers that have kind of volunteered over there. A couple of Ixora plants, various other guys. I'm going to put those in a new raised garden that's going in the next couple of weeks. Speaking of the raised gardens, this has been a great year for the birdies so far. Got 6 birdies beds over here. This one has just been a superstar on the end with red Russian kale, dianthus, and dinosaur kale. Been cutting on that for months, and I suspect I will cut on it all summer. Great crop to grow in Zone 9B, Texas Gulf Coast. I got my first round of zinnias going here. These are Benary's giant zinnias. I get these from Seed Savers, fantastic producer of beautiful flowers. I've got some Danvers carrots going on in this guy, doing really well. I suspect I've got some bite-sized eating carrots in there. I'll be pulling those up pretty soon. Over in number 4, I've got one of my tomatoes that started a couple of weeks ago. I started all these from seed in my garage under grow lights, and I've got basil, and I've got some Queen Sophia French marigold. You can see the first bloom starting to come. It's going to be a really pretty deep orange, almost maroon with yellow piping around it. Really looking forward to seeing how those turn out. And the tomato over here, this is my yellow cherry tomato. It's called Esterina. Pretty sure I got this from Mowing seeds. It's doing really well so far. Looking forward to that. Here's kind of an experiment. This is radishes, black Spanish radishes, surrounding a Galahad tomato. Galahad, I believe, I'll have to go look it up. It's either from Mowing or from Johnny's, one of the other places, but I've never grown black radishes before. The leaves are doing fantastic. I'm not sure if I've got any roots yet, but we'll see how those go. It's supposed to be really spicy. We'll see how they turn out. I grow a lot of cilantro, and this was just too pretty to pull up. I don't really need the bed immediately, so I've got a big bed of cilantro that's gone to flower, and of course the pollinators just love it, so I'll let that go until I need the bed. Over here I've got kind of a fantastic dill patch going on. This is bouquet dill from Botanical Interest, was the seed company. It's probably 5 feet tall. Some of them are almost as tall as I am, and just love to have a big patch of dill. Hope I get some cucumbers before all my flowers go away, but we'll see. A couple of bare patches in here. I'll probably turn this into a full, just let it all go to seed. It'll just be one giant dill patch. Over here I've got one of my favorite perennials that we discovered recently. It's in the salvia family. It's called Mealy Blue Sage, and the bees just love it. I don't know if you can see them. There's bees around it this morning, but it handles the high winds really well here in Jamaica Beach, which we get a lot of. It doesn't mind the heat. Just keeps pumping out flowers. I'm going to start some of those from seed next year. These I bought in 4-inch pots at the nursery, but I started some other salvias that did quite well, so I'm going to grow those from seed. It's called Mealy Blue Sage. Highly recommended. Got some cucumbers going. These are National Pickling cucumbers. I have 3 in here. One of them smaller than the other 2 because it broke off in the wind, so it'll catch up. Maybe do a little unintended succession of cucumbers. Snuck in a couple of Merlot lettuce. It's M-I-R-L-O. I got those from Johnny's as well. Maybe my favorite lettuce I've ever grown. Makes a huge, round, buttery, delicious head. It's just absolutely fantastic. Another tomato in here. I'm not sure. I think I've got a tag. There it is. Sorry about that. Oh, Cherry Bomb. That's right. This is another tomato I got from, again, I either got this, I'm pretty sure I got this from Mowing seeds. Could be from Johnny's. It's called Cherry Bomb. Just looked wonderful. So some red cherry tomatoes. more radishes. This is French breakfast, about my third succession of the fall, winter, what have you. I've been pulling those up the last couple days. They're ready to go. Do really well growing radishes. Oh yeah, you can see those are a little overgrown. We'll have radishes for supper if anyone wants them. Over here we've got some jalapeno peppers, and I put up these plexiglass shields. I got those at Lowe's, and that my biggest challenge here is not bugs, and it's not really even disease most times, although I fight disease as much as anyone. It's the wind. And so I gerrymandered, jerry-rigged, whatever you want to call it, these panels. I just prop them up with bamboo or whatever I have and block them off, block the wind off whenever possible. My thyme patch, I have quite a few herbs that I grow in my perennial patch, and I just, in my raised beds, just love them. These things just flower every year. Pollinators love them. We love them. We cook with them, make thyme water. And it's just nice to sit next to your garden and just, smell the herbs. Smell the herbs. And it's wonderful. Over here I've got some more. Really nice patch of sage, just common sage. And the leaves get huge here. You can see it's just phenomenal. And again, great place to sit and have your morning coffee, smell some herbs. I've got parsley growing next to it, and I just had to replace the big parsley that was right there. I just discovered that parsley flowers its second year, and it shot up a big flower shoot, and all the leaves fell over, and I thought, well, I've got more parsley that I started from seed, so I popped the new one in there. So parsley's kind of I guess, sort of a biennial. Flowers every year. I don't know if that's how you describe it. Chives, of course, excellent. These are just green onions the bottoms that we got from the kitchen after we bought a few from the grocery store and popped them in the garden. Now we've got more green onions, so that was pretty easy. It's nice having herbs in the garden. It's a great way to start gardening too, because they're kind of foolproof in certain zones like mine down in Texas Gulf Coast. They grow year round, and always got something green in the garden. Here's more of that Merlot lettuce I mentioned. It starts out, it's super green, and it starts out kind of floppy, and so these big leaves will be spread out to about 12 inches or so, and you'll think nothing's going on, and then within a few weeks it'll form a big, beautiful, delicious, crunchy, golden, buttery head. So highly recommended. Merlot, M-I-R-L-O, from Johnny's. And over here, this is just temporary. I've got a bunch of tropical milkweed healed into this part of the empty spot in the bed. I'm building a new raised bed next week, and so all these tropical milkweed are going in, so I just didn't have a place to put them, so I just stuck them in here temporarily. And on the end, I've got something new for me this year. I'm growing dahlias. One of these is Thomas Edison. The other one is Lavender Perfection. First time to grow dahlias. Really excited. I wasn't intending on growing dahlias. I just stumbled across 9 bulbs for $10 at Costco, and I couldn't resist. You know how you plant junkies are. And then here's the other ones. And I think 8 out of 9 germinated really well. I really wasn't sure what I was doing. I probably overwatered them, but 8 out of 9 did really well despite my best efforts. So looking forward to putting those in the new raised bed as well. And that is a quick tour of the garden here in Jamaica Beach, Texas. Hope everyone has a fantastic Easter Sunday.